Test, I needed to go ahead and just admit it straight out that I did look up part of the answer on what to do and the part I'm stuck at. And I actually scrolled a little too far, like a little further than I meant to at first, so I've actually saw too much, but it was only answers like 2 or 3 puzzles that I was having, and one of the things was that I just simply missed something. And some things I had the right idea, but I wasn't doing quite right. Like, for example, and I'd eventually figured this one out. I just didn't see it. And one of the things I'd eventually trial and error. Well, all the things I saw, hallucinations. Did the instant smells cause me to experience strange things? Alright, so one thing I missed, and when I saw it, it was like, how did I miss this? And I see how I did, but it's just like, oh, come on. Let's go in here. And I did do some work off camera, which I usually don't do. And I said earlier that I do like to show even when I'm stuck, but only to a certain point. I'm not going to do multiple videos. When I'm stuck, I did 2, and that was enough. It's locked. What kind of number would a forgetful person like Mr. Field use as a password? Okay, so now we have a new clue. There is a locked case in Mr. Field's library. I wonder what a forgetful person like Mr. Field used as a password. Birthday? I don't think so. And now I can underline something else that I was trying to underline earlier, and I either was doing it wrong or it just unlocked being able to underline it now. So it is another thing, I had the right idea, I just wasn't doing it completely right. And I was thinking about underlining this earlier, but I never had an idea. Mr. Field's life changed when he took over his father's company at the age of 22. See if okay, all he says is he wonders where they are. I'm supposed to underline this too. Like I said, I accidentally looked too far, and it was one of those things that was like, oh god, no, I don't want to look that far in. Alright, and one thing I did find out on my own was something because anything that I found out, figure that anything that sticks out, no matter how trivial, underline it and see if it works. Now that we know about the hallucinations. Yes, I read a book about them. They were cults which used hallucinogenic mushrooms to induce trance-like states. But that doesn't actually do a clue, so I don't know if it's something that's just special or not, or I'm not doing it at all. So let's underline some of this that might stick out. Soul metamorphosis. I've never heard such a thing before. See, I'm still doing most of it by myself. Let's see. Examination of complete. The other thing I was looking at is is this. What else would you need? The thing is, eventually I'll unlock everything, and I'll eventually get it. I kind of want to do that, but I still gotta try where sticks out to me. It appears. Because anything could be important, really. And the one thing about any adventure game is, and this is not just this one, the developers and people who worked on it have a different thought process than the gamers, and something that makes sense to them could be something that the others want to think of, and it works in their idea, in their mind, and that's totally legit. But then it comes out and play, and like I said, I still really enjoy the game. I'm not trying to bash the game or anything. That can be said about even like the most, like in Myst or anything that's like one of the best, rumored to be the best, adventure games ever. Catalyzer. I want to see these things about the catalyzer. That sounds important to me. No. Let's do all these because they're starred. Let's do them one at a time. Alright, let's do. There's a name there. Let's do German writer Wolfgang Schneider. You guys anything about that? Maybe his death has something to do with it. No. Alright, let's see if we can that sounds important, because that might lead us to be able to find something. No, see, it's anything can stick out. Deverchet. See, it doesn't find anything interesting. There's the metaphors of the soul. See, it's just things that... I don't want to do that. You have to bear with me here. What about the sources? That's... See, all of this could be important in some way. And some unknown symbols. Remember what I was thinking about that earlier. Where's that parchment? Thing that here's once again know, the mushroom cults in this area at 70,000 years. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. It's not going to let me. It's hard to unlock the right thing. Alright. Alright, so he's not finding anything interesting about this. Let's see. No. Alright, let's go back to doing what I need to do now to get some more clues. I never did put the clues together. I didn't look that far. I stopped myself when I realized that I'd scrolled a little bit. No, that's not where I wanted to go. I know, I swear I tried this earlier because it was something I tried to do and I remember it wouldn't let me at the time, but maybe I wasn't clicking on the right spot or something. So you can do this, but it won't let you do anything else. So that made me think that I never that I couldn't do anything on that page. One more thing I accidentally found. Forgot about it. And this is one of the things that I say, like, you can figure out if you really look, but at the same time, some of the clues are a little, you know, you really gotta go with the game wants, and there are so many different options that you can think of. But you know, no game can be perfect, and again, I'm really liking the game. Alright, so Mr. Field was born in 1976. Now let's try. See, this is probably something that I'm just not doing the right kind of clues. Let's get rid of cassette number 1. Let's do, what is this? Damn it, I thought that would work. Wait, organizer data entry, we probably don't need that actually. Let's make sure that it doesn't have to be like all together in one line. There can't be a space, that might screw it up. No. I don't think this will work, but then again, I gotta try it. No. I have an aha. Let's do collapsed ceiling. Someone dug somewhere. Hey, I said someone dug somewhere. Damn it, I thought for sure that would work too. Alright, so looks like I'm stuck again. Let me think here. It's not as simple as please go away, locked case. No, that's clock viewer's date of birth, locked case. try different combinations. Damn. Let's go back and try to open the case. It was 1766. And if we don't do that, we'll try. No, why'd I go to... What am I doing? I can't even click on the right thing anymore. There we go. Okay. Can we move? I have an idea of how to open the briefcase. Like 2 ideas actually. We'll see. We'll see if any of them work. Okay. Ah, damn it, I went too far. Okay. Wait, what is it, 1776? Oh god, I've already forgotten it. Okay, let's make sure I'm doing it right. 1976. Why'd I do 917? What the hell's wrong with me? Every time it does it pause, I think I did it. Got it, because it was 22 years after it. Yes! Go me! See? Like, sometimes you do the clues together, and sometimes you do it manually. Because they should have said, oh, well, you know, that's the organizer date. I mean, not the organizer date, but the password. So I definitely feel better about skipping over too much. That actually kept me up. But good, I figured it out. Open and shut case achievement. Yes. Open the case, please. Better insert the cassette first. These are Mr. Field's notes. More of them. So let's go ahead and read Mr. Field's notes, because this might actually give me a idea. Hey, more dates. Last night during our conversation, Ivor blurted out that he has a secret meeting place in Northwood Forest. Yes, I clearly recall this, because as soon as he realized that he had made a mistake, he tried to change the subject. After a short while, he realized... I didn't want to hit that. I was trying to read and click at the same time. After a short while, when he realized that I had understood him, he told me that he was planning to invite me there quite soon. Admiral Akbar comes to mind right now. It's a trap! First, he had to speak with some people whose identities he intentionally avoided revealing. He spoke to me. He spoke about this place a bit and emphasized in particular, damn, what was that time already? That it had been empty for a long time, but from an aesthetic point of view, had every comfort that people like us would always seek. He told some tales about this place, which is far away from the closest habitation, and came about through a series of events that are mostly forgotten now. Some tales about this place. Okay, the place is far away from hibernation. That's kind of a weird sentence. I have to redo it. To reread it. He told me that it always seemed to be a place of pure evil, without even taking into account a few rumors. It is not known who built it, or when it was constructed. In time, it became an object of fear, which also caused people to be afraid of the forest. That has anything to do with the witch. He left after that, telling me that he would soon invite me to this place where he had some of his special friends met. He and some of his special friends met. After he left, my mind was churning with strange thoughts. After so many gruesome things had been mentioned about it, it may sound strange to some people that I still want to see such a place where darkness and myths of dark medieval ages were imprinted. But things like that are only things that matter to someone like me. Oh, something how you do that, he'd say that date was important. He could have killed, Ira could have killed Clarkfield. See, that's what I was thinking, maybe that he'd think about that. Let's do that sentence, because it's a part away from Cloud's habitation, and that could really work out. No. That could be important because we found something that could link it to an object of fear. It could be understood what it was in the end. That could be a clue to where it is too. Alright, let's read the next. 7/15/2011. After quite some time, I got to see that special, secret meeting place that Ivor had mentioned and promised to invite me to. Okay, this should be I actually tell where it is, and then we need to read this more carefully. During a stormy night, I had to traverse Northwood Forest, a place that no one wants to enter after dark, due to its lonely and notoriously twilight world which can daunt even the bravest person. I drove my car through the forest on the uneven soil pathway between the dimly lit evanescent lights and sounds which resembled the nighttime frolics of wild fawns. Suddenly I saw, or thought I saw, some recesses which probably opened to some underground clefts or caves, which I had heard many tales during my childhood, since some of them are believed to be meeting places for witches. I saw the witch and triumphant witch. I was wondering if that'd do me something. This caused my uneasiness to grow. Maybe the matter that caused me to be so greatly affected there is the 200-year-old incident that had caused a drunk named Annabel Glaucio to scream horribly whilst running into the town on the uneven soil pathway and trails from that forest. He had been there bleeding profusely, and because of his screams it caused everyone to wake up and gather around him. I read this story of craziness in a newspaper article as told by the drunk himself. In this article he mentioned a group of people who had worn clothes made of animal skins, living in a small cave hidden by the forest at the foot of the Northwood Mountain. That could definitely be interesting. After eating something, this strange group summoned something from beneath a dark well-like hole by pounding the palms of their hands onto the ground and playing a thing that the drunk described as a musical instrument, which was set up at the edge of the dark well-like hole. After that, as a result of the thing that had been answered the group's call and come from below the well-like hole, the drunk has been screaming, "I stand annoyed," all the way to town. And I know that according to the article, all the local people accused him of being in a drunken stupor while the forest and inventing the entire story. I had investigated this story and discovered that it was in accordance with some historical truths, and decided that these are not matters that can be invented by a simple drunk like Annibal Glaucio. Maybe for that reason, that night I proceeded through the forest with a cautious feeling inside me. Now I can't be sure. When I reached that sinister-looking place situated on a cliff just outside the forest, the time was 2 o'clock in the morning. How is that not important? That tells you where it is. It was not large, but it's old, darkened, waterlogged, and worm-eaten wooden planks made it seem disturbing, and since I could not discern its features in the darkness of the moonless night, it seemed to me even more formidable. With this manifestation, I couldn't help thinking that Edward Pickman was looking at it when he wrote these lines. How is that? See, everything I think of, there's so much you can think of that could be important, it's not. See, I thought that would be doing fawns was a random thing that came up. Wait, I didn't want to. What? I already did that. Why is it doing that again? Try that again because it did the fawns again for some reason. After I do this note, I'm going to end the video. Alright. Okay. Do the whole thing. Nothing's interesting. Okay, let's do this. Because I mean, there was something else on it. I read somewhere about pounding the palms of their hand against the ground. That was one of that. As the noite means the night ones in Portuguese. Also the name of a deep-rooted mythical belief, which is about the presence of the dead in the world of the living. Let's do the historical truths. Cliff out just outside the forest. So you pretty much do have to unlock everything in the end. I think I already did that, wasn't it? Do real real quick, let's try 6/9/11. And 7/15/11. Damn. So there's gotta be one more note. And that's about it, because it's about 30 minutes now. So next video we're going to listen to the tape and see what that has to offer. Good night.